It is 17. Good, beautiful evening, everyone. We are coming to you tonight from the Boston/Cape Cod KOA here in Massachusetts. This is a first for us. Never been to this KOA. Tonight we will be staying in one of their primitive one-room cabins. Really excited to check this out. The KOA got great reviews. As we pull in, even with it being a busy Labor Day, it still looks pretty clean, well cared for, family friendly. So really excited to check this one out. You guys know what to do. Grab yourselves a tasty treat and a beverage of your choice and keep your hands, arms, feet, and legs inside this vlog at all times. Let's open this up and check it out. Oh, and before I go inside, I want to remind you, we do have a whole playlist just designated to the KOA brand and all of our stays at KOA. So look back through that if you're interested in where else we have stayed, and bookmark the playlist if you're anxious to see where else we may go in the future. If you are familiar with our KOA stays, you've seen us in plenty of these one-room primitive cabins before to kind of know the layout. But just in case you're new to us, or maybe you've never, you're looking for just this KOA specifically, I'm going to show you. They do have some other styles here. I think they do have some deluxe cabins that I don't believe the deluxe cabins here are pet friendly, or maybe they required more than one night. I'll have to look back on the app. I'm always telling people too, if you're interested in the variety of KOAs, there is a KOA app that is excellent for doing your research, as well as their website. So these have one big bed, and Lucy's already making herself comfortable, and then a set of bunk beds. Teddy is already demonstrating some bed science for you guys. The majority of the KOAs have the typical style for these cabins. Some KOAs kind of do their own thing, and maybe they got their cabins from different spots, but this very much looks like the typical KOA cabin. That for these primitive ones, you'll have to bring your own bedding. They do have just that wood cabin look. Sometimes the bunks look a little different, but they all pretty much follow a very similar pattern. Those mattresses look pretty good. Are they comfortable?
Up here. I'm sleeping up here.
You're gonna sleep up there tonight?
Yeah.
A lot of these cabins typically have the back window as well as a front window. And then another thing that's typical is you have a little bench in between the beddings there, as well as, yeah, you can put your things down bottom, as well as usually a little table under the window. They do ask that you please do not do any kind of cooking in here, and also they're all non-smoking, by the way, and that means no vaping too or any of that. So what they mean, even if for me using a Jetboil fireplace grill or whatever, they do want you, because they don't want the smells in here, so they do ask that you do your cooking and stuff out on the picnic table or whatever. But there is a nice little table, what we usually use that for is just setting out our drinks or snacks or whatever. Sometimes they come with mini fridges, sometimes not. That's not always a guarantee. This one does not. Sometimes they come with TVs. This one does not. They do have cable access in here, though, I believe, that if you had your own little mini TV or hookup or whatever. Here in New England, you don't usually find them to have air conditioning, but you do usually have a little space heater like that. We'll be plenty comfortable with the windows open. We might even have to shut them if it gets too chilly. I do like that they have a ceiling fan though, because we tried staying in one last year in Newburgh, New York area, and it didn't have a ceiling fan, and it was so stuffy in that cabin we ended up not staying the night. Nice tall ceilings in this one too, and yes, they usually do have a smoke detector. Usually they do have trash can, and different ones have different rules. Some want you to just leave it there. Housekeeping will take care of it the next day. Some want you to take it to the dumpster. Some want you to just set it out at your site. So usually you kind of look around, and a lot of times here, they'll have a sign somewhere in the cabin that will tell you how this particular KOA does it. Trash is collected daily and picked up curbside between 10 and noon. And it talks about towels being exchanged. I've never seen one that offers towels in the primitive cabins. That must be maybe just a general. All right, and this one has a nice little bench too. There's usually a couple of outlets for plugging in your electronics. There's usually some of these kind of like little hangers to hang like your coat, umbrella, backpack, whatever else you might need to hang. They're all equipped typically with a broom. They do, doesn't say it in this one, but a lot of times they ask you to please sweep it out before you check out in the morning. And usually a lot of them have a nice little mirror. Hi! So you can check out yourself before you leave for the day.
I want to.
You want to? Do you need help down or are you going to do it? Do you think you have it mastered yet?
Not yet.
One of the things I like about this one is there's 2 Camp Canines, and I'll get around to a grounds tour either tonight or tomorrow morning too. Depends. It looks like we might have rain coming in, so I might have to check the weather app. But there's a Camp Canine right out behind our cabin. That will be, and it looks like a good one to give Lucy some off-leash time. That is really good, huh, Lucy girl, huh?
Lucy could complete the weed pulls. Do you think Lucy could dash through those weed pulls?
She doesn't usually like doing obstacles. I know you've been watching dog do obstacles on TV programs for like dog competitions, and you wish you could train Lucy to do that, but she's never usually very interested. Now, it is Labor Day weekend. They do have a lot of events going on. I don't know if we'll be able to catch any of those. We are going to go check out the jumping pillow because that is up. And Teddy said that was his top priority tonight before rain comes in. So we may do that even before we set up camp.
That pad is for little kids.
It's for, like, well, not teenagers, right? Kids maybe a little bit older than you, too, could go on it as long as you're not too big. Do you want to check that out now before we set up camp?
Yeah.
Just in case other people come in tonight, I wanted to take opportunity to get a little shot of the little cabin area here. So you park, they have one little parking strip along here, and the parking strip is designated by number, so I made sure to park in C17. Be careful you don't drop that on you. Yeah, you or Lucy, honey. He found a painted rock, which was cool, but it's a really big one, and it was on his head like that. I knew he'd clunk it down if Lucy was next to him. So here, I don't know if some of those come with the grills, because there's a grill there. And then there's a grill at that one. So I don't know if those are the upgraded ones or not. I went with the cheapest of the 1-bedroom. They had 2 different price types for the 1-bedroom. They were like a $17 difference. That Teddy's going to demonstrate as he runs past them all. So the parking's like right out there. Like a lot of these you park right next to your cabin. And then some we've even done a walk-in. Like at Bar Harbor we did a walk-in. This is kind of a walk-in, but not far enough that you needed a wagon or anything. So Teddy's kind of demonstrating now, running around. And then there was another area I saw some of the deluxe cabins, and maybe I'll see those in our walk. So we're actually right out behind our cabin now at the Camp K9 that I showed you. I love that it has little twinkle lights. It seems really clean. I like it when fellow pet owners are good about picking up after their dogs. I do see, yep, there is a poop bag pole. I usually always recommend carrying your own anyway, so you always have them on hand. And then there's a little trash can to just deposit the bag when you're done. But yeah, I mean, with some of these Camp K9s, Teddy, can you stay out of that, please? Thank you. He has a thing for digging in anything he can right now. He's so curious. And I like his curious brain, but sometimes, unless I know what's going on, I really need to check first. But I guess some of these I have seen in really good condition, sometimes pretty scary condition. This one overall, this is pretty good. This is really pretty good. I mean, there is some dirt area, but it's not too overly dug up. Like I was saying before, it looks like a lot of people clean up after their pets. There's even a fire hydrant for your dog to use. Well, a lot of dogs, it's kind of a big joke, Teddy, that dogs pee on fire hydrants. This is the dog library. Okay, now I can see. See, this is for used toys, but we won't encourage her to use those. But that's kind of a neat thing. Like, kind of like the free library, Teddy, when you exchange books. That's what that is. See, I always like to look at what he's sticking fingers in for before I have him. sticking fingers in. There's a big like community hall over there. I know they're doing a lot of activities this weekend because of Labor Day. There is a set of restrooms here. And then there's some deluxe cabins up along back that way. And of course, a lot of different RV sites. And I'll take time to mention this like I do in most of my KOA videos. I've never been an RV person. I've never owned an RV. So I do apologize. I can't really tell you a lot about the specifics of the RV areas at these KOAs. I can just kind of show them in my walkthrough videos and tell you that, you know, you can find out anything you want online, or always call the KOA and ask as well. But I know a lot of different sections have like different utilities and stuff, and I just haven't done that yet. We are looking at that in our future. I'm really good at cabins, and then there's a tent section back there. I'm a tent camper when I'm not a cabin camper, so there you have it. Nice little stage thing too. Oops, sirens in the background, that's not good. But let me check the weather and then we're gonna continue our walk. I was telling you there's another playground up by the jump pillow. This is a huge campground and we've been walking around for a while. But I wanted to, just in case rain does come along, I wanted to show you tent sites. Their tent sites are awesome for a KOA. A lot of them sit back like that, and that's not like the better of all the ones I've seen, but for a KOA, usually you're on top of each other in like a field. These are quite nice. Let me step out of the road, someone's coming. So I just wanted to make sure I did get these in case rain come through and I didn't walk a lot later on tonight. These are nice. I mean, there's some other tent sections too, but let me tell you a number just so you can have reference. Teddy, can you come back, please, honey? So this, for example, is T2. So yeah, really nice tent sites. So we have come down by the main office and main area. There's another playground here, and I do feel some sprinkles coming. So I told him, I said, the jump pad too, and they might close that if rain comes, and they might not reopen it because if those stay wet, they don't reopen due to safety. So, and they open later than the playground would in the morning. So playground hours are 9 a.m. to dusk, till dark. Usually no pets are allowed inside like the playground and stuff. They also look like they have a gem mining area here. I've seen like horseshoe pits. Yeah, this is a nice KOA. I think this is gonna rate high for us. So I'm gonna kind of wander up just so I can keep an eye on him to make sure he's being mindful of his manners. Wanted to give you another angle at the playground. Sorry, I'm getting so excited I can't talk either. They have one of those little like inside rings where you can kick like a soccer ball around. Really. Oh my gosh, there's 2 different jump pillows. So there's one for younger kids and one for older kids. Oh my gosh, yes, I'm falling more and more in love with this KOA as I go. Here is a look at the flatter one that might be good for younger kids. And then that one, he's never really been on one of these ones, so I'm anxious to see how he does trying to get up on it. He's got his shoes all kicked off. Didn't think to put socks on him. But rain is coming soon, so I won't be able to keep him out here very long. They'll end up shutting it down if it gets too close with thunder and lightning. But yeah, nice. We are trying to beat the rain, but as we're going back by the area I showed you the first time, like with the basketball swings, there's cornhole here, ladder ball, nice little like fire pit area, volleyball back there, basketball court. But Teddy, he just did the logs and now he wants to do the balance beam. So we're trying to fit this in. I do feel the spit and rain getting a little bit heavier. That's okay. Lots of practice. Everywhere you find them at different playgrounds, just keep practicing. Yeah, this is a nice KOA. I can already tell without even sleeping here tonight. I like this one very much. Even for as big as it is, and it is a holiday weekend, it has a nice vibe. Very nice, family-friendly vibe to it. So, I'm a fan. Well, the lighting's a little bad that way, but you were super cute.
This is my cabin.
This is your cabin?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you think you're gonna sleep in top bunk tonight, right?
Yeah, top bunk's my cabin. I have a basement down there.
And you have a basement down there. I hope your grandmother and grandfather noticed that you said the right word. So I just wanted to show you, because I show this a lot in all our KOA videos, what I do for linens is I travel with fitted sheets. I know, Lucy, it's hot. It will cool down soon. So I put a queen fitted sheet on the bigger bed, and then I have an old twin fitted sheet that I use on one of the bunks. If it was ever going to be all of us, I usually toss in another, did I say twin? Yeah, another twin fitted sheet. So twin fitted sheets for the bunks and a queen fitted sheet for the big bed. And if you wonder, like when I said all of us, Teddy's dad is currently still working at Big Bend National Park in Texas. We had taken, just a little side story here in case you don't follow us regularly, we took a little vacation to go to Maine for a while to be with my parents. And then we're going to Florida for a while, and Mark's joining us in Florida for a little bit of vacation. And then we're going back to Texas for Thanksgiving, Christmas, and then pretty soon moving back to Florida. I did see you. I wasn't going to say anything because I didn't want to distract you, but that was beautiful, Teddy. You've been working so hard to learn that. Congratulations. I'm so happy I caught that on camera. You did. I didn't want to say anything while he was doing it because he's worked so hard to learn that. So then what I do is sometimes I have blankets and sometimes I use our sleeping bags. Teddy and I both have really good big Agnes bags. And I need those for pillows, honey. You got Raphael and Bucky.
Okay.
I know, we need some new camp pillows. All right, let's maybe sit out for a while and cool down. It is like, I am just drenched in sweat. It is really humid with that storm coming in. So I told Teddy, I said, we better drive up to the store for your treat because it's going to rain. And he kept saying, no, Mom, I can walk. The minute we got up here, it started drizzling. And after we get out of the store, now it's raining heavier. So glad we walked up. Teddy picked out, I'm really proud of him, a nice little strawberry fruit bar and a bottle of water. So I'm going to get this open and pass it back to him, and then I'll show you what I got. Is it good, sweetheart?
Yeah.
Yeah? So I got just some cashews. We still have a ton of snacks that we had brought from my mom's house. And and he's still full from his pizza he had in Kennebunk at Samaro's. So we're just going to go with some light snacks tonight. So I'm going to have this. I also got a Gatorade because I was sweating so bad setting up the bedding and everything. I know I needed a little bit of an electrolyte boost. So really good camp store. Didn't you think so, Teddy?
Uh-huh.
I thought they had, it was small, but they made good use of space. There was good amount of cute, like shirts, knickknacks, stickers, all of that. But then there was drinks and treats that I thought were a pretty good little variety. They did have stuff if you needed to cook like some hot dogs or eggs and bacon, all of that. I just thought it, compared to some of the others I've been seeing, I thought it was a really nice camp store that was pretty useful to have a little bit of something for maybe, a variety of people. How is that, Teddy? It is good? All right, so I am glad we drove up because it is starting to rain harder. So I'm glad we drove up. Why I actually had started saying all that is to let you know there's not a lot of parking up here by the camp store, but there's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, there's like 6 or 7 spaces. So if you don't have a bike or a golf cart or whatever, or if it's raining or something and you need to run up to grab something for yourself or your family, there are a couple spots right here by the camp store up front if you need to do that. Really nice. A porch swing and a tasty treat, huh? Mm-hmm. Looks like it's pretty tasty. You're mowing down on that pretty good.
Yeah.
Mm.
I'm using my... oh, that's how I get out the coldness in my mouth.
That's how you get the coldness out? Wow.
Use my hot breath.
You use your hot breath. Well, that's very good. Good tip.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I'm gonna sit with you, I think, or sit at the picnic table and eat my cashews. And not really raining right at the minute. We'll check radar and see if we want to try to go for a walk. We have come out to play. Oh, you're gonna do swings? Wait a minute, honey. There's people. Teddy, honey, wait a minute. He went to go swing, but I just wanted to stop him and remind him that other people were using right next to him. So to be polite. But while I'm waiting for him to go do that, I wanted to show you their little community fire pit here. That is really nice. And as it goes into evening, it still has a very family-friendly vibe to it. But oh my gosh, there's a lot of people cooking a lot of nice things tonight. I wish you had smell-o-vision. The barbecue chicken and burgers and steak and pork and everything I am smelling all around this campground. There's some good cooks tonight. A lot of it smells phenomenal. So this is a little public like area, but there's no signs that say no dogs. So I always pick up after her anyway. So I'm gonna, just since it's fairly empty except for the kids and Teddy swinging, I wanted to walk through, show you there's more horseshoe pits, there's benches, there's a covered picnic table down there. I just keep trying to, I know we keep revisiting certain areas, but I feel like maybe sometimes I can go a little slower now that we're calming down and show you some more details. There's a lot of different areas. So like, as you can see, there are some other cabins and those are the primitive as well. So I almost think because the ones that were like $15 more said close to playground. So maybe these were the ones that were a little bit upcharged, that said the upgraded ones. So yeah, that answers my question, because I didn't do it tonight because I thought, well, I don't know if it's really worth the upcharge. But as much as Teddy loves playing, I mean, and this isn't the main playground area with the jump pads and stuff, but even for him to come like play on the stumps and balance beams and to swing and stuff, yeah, I think sometime those would be worth the upgrade. Really nice. Back to the KOA video. I was just closing out today's travel video. So I do pretty much try to do a daily vlog when I'm traveling to kind of show you what, you know, we're doing in between point A to point B. If you ever want to check those out, I have a playlist called Road Trips in the section called On the Road Again, which is the same section the KOA playlist is in. So I just closed out that. Teddy's actually finally unwinding. We just went and after we, you know, knew the rain wasn't coming, we went and walked over and he got playing with a little boy he met on the swings. His name was Jackson. So if Jackson's family sees this video, hi Jackson, it was fun playing with you. So then we came back here. I had to do a little bit of organization, because I had done laundry at my mom's today and I had to put it in our suitcases and just unwind and give Lucy her dinner. And then I just walked her next to the door to the bark park. But I have to try to show you guys and move slowly, not to, because the lighting is getting darker. This is an adorable setup at night. Now, granted, there's like nobody else here. So when the rest of the campground is so full and like party zone, this is giving us a little bit of a peaceful bubble tonight. But yeah, if you're ever in like this section of cabins and you're lucky enough to catch it like this, where there's not a lot of other people in the other cabins, I almost wish I had gotten firewood tonight. The nighttime insects are starting to surround us with their orchestra. It is beautiful. It is finally starting to cool off a little bit. Teddy was worried and I said, well, you know, we'll get you out of the sweaty clothes. That's the camping tip. Even when you're in these cabins, if you've been playing and you've been outside doing whatever and you're sweaty, change up and, you know, wipe yourself down, get that sweat off. Sweat is not a good thing, and then you'll get cold and too cold. So I've already kind of cleaned him up and got him a little bit changed and just enjoying this. And as you can see, Lucy likes this too. But yeah, this would have been a nice scenario for a fire. I had debated on it, but I didn't know what the storms were gonna do. I didn't want to spend a ton of money on firewood to just have to extinguish it. So, oh, I don't know though. This is gonna be a nice morning for coffee, isn't it, on the porch when we wake up, Lucy? Nice place for a little bit of some jet boiled coffee time in the morning. Oh yeah, that air mass is changing. That's good. All right, we're getting ready to close out our stay here at this KOA. So what did you think, Teddy?
Good.
What would you give it out of 10, honey?
10 out of 10.
He's busy playing with Lucy here in the dog park. Only a couple things I could fault it on. Now, some of the cabins, like the one next to us, actually had air conditioning. We did get a little stuffy last night. Not too bad. But in the peak of the summer, I could see that one without AC could get really stuffy. The only other thing I would say is the bathrooms, but it was a holiday weekend. So, I mean, they were kind of dirty, but not bad. And it is Labor Day weekend. But the other thing I wanted to ding on in the bathroom is that there was like a shower that was running. So I just think they need some upgrades and some maintenance. But that is just a tiny little ding. The only other thing is, and I didn't look on the map to be fair, so maybe they do have a utility sink somewhere, but like there's a huge tent area behind us at the cabins and all kinds of stuff. And I really wish there was a good central location to do your cooking dishes. Now, all I really did was coffee, but even that, I would have liked to have washed out like Lucy's bowls better and stuff like that. So I do wish maybe a utility sink in this area. But like I said, I'm being really nitpicky. Overall, we really enjoyed our stay here. We would highly recommend it. And actually, this should be noted because she's not doing it now because I'm not telling her to, but this is the first place Lucy actually used an obstacle. We've gotten her to jump over that hurdle a few times this morning, so that's been really exciting. Other than that, I don't have much else to say. We really, really liked it. Peace and love, gang. Keep adventuring, and we'll see you on that next one. Follow us on Facebook, on Instagram. We have a Facebook group called Teddy's Tribe. If you ever have questions, my email is listed in the description. You can email me or find anything else in the description that you'd like to know about. All right, see you on the next one.